Welcome everyone to the Avengenerds podcast, where we're talking about DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host Torrent, and with me is my co-host Peyton.
Yo.
Today we'll be talking about Punisher: One Last Kill and the news of the week. And every time comes the description of the show notes if you want to jump around. With that, here's Peyton with the news.
All right, there's only a couple pieces of news, so let's just get right into it. Starting off with some Star Wars news, some quick Star Wars news. Ahsoka Season 2 has been delayed to early 2027. It was originally slated to come out this year, but not a huge surprise considering we haven't really heard anything about it so far, and it's like we're almost halfway through the year, which I don't like, but or maybe I do like, because the closer we get to Spider-Man in GTA 6 question mark, maybe.
For sure.
But yeah, Ahsoka Season 2 has been delayed. I will say I'm actually pretty excited for this season. I was pretty lukewarm on the first season, but apparently, according to the rumors at least, they're making it a point to make it look better, at least, because that was one of my issues, was that it just looked flat. They were using a lot of the volume, and you can tell because Greg Fraser is the only one who understands how to use that technology for some reason. But yeah, and then on to some Marvel news. We finally got some info on VisionQuest. VisionQuest will release on October 14th.
And I've heard nothing about this show for the past 4 years.
Yeah, but I'm pretty excited, to be honest. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good.
I saw that one picture, kind of that one tease about VisionQuest. It's someone sitting outside of a house. Looks good.
I'm pretty sure it was Vision.
It is good. Vision.
Yeah, Vision. I mean, they're clearly at least partially adapting the Vision comic.
Mm.
What's that shit called?
I don't know. I'm not too well versed in Vision.
The Tom King one. Maybe it's just called Vision.
I have not read any Tom King comics besides Mr. Miracle.
You haven't read Mr. Miracle?
I have read it before. Yes, I have.
No,
in the comic book shop.
Haven't.
Yes, I have.
I'm telling you read Mr. Miracle before Supergirl?
Yes, because I was more fond of Mr. Miracle. I did not know who he was.
So you excited for the animated show?
I am, yeah. I want to see what they do with it.
Okay. But that's the news of the week.
That's it? Damn.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, it's been a slow week. Next week, though, I mean, we're getting the Lanterns trailer, a new Lanterns trailer. I don't know, maybe some other stuff's going to happen. But we're also going to record early, so,
That's true.
Someone's going to Japan.
Yes. Yes, I am.
But where in Japan?
Tokyo. And then Osaka, and then back to Tokyo.
What are you gonna do there?
Eat a lot. And I'm going to Universal. I'm also going to be going to a bunch of museums, and hopefully I'm gonna, hopefully I can buy a lot of Pokemon cards there, some other stuff,
Bro loves Pokemon cards all of a sudden.
Well, I'm getting back into collecting because I haven't done it in a while. Plus, the Japanese cards are so much better. You can get a bunch of hits out of them.
You still got all those pop toys.
I do have Funko Pops, yes. Unfortunately, they're not selling as well as they should be because the whole Funko situation.
Still, you should have gotten rid of them when you had the chance.
Well, at the time, I didn't think they were gonna go out of sale or not have as much value, but
is what it is. And you got to buy more comics. Yeah, you got to get back into collecting. But Pokemon cards, what is this? 2003?
Bro, you do not understand how big Pokemon is, bro.
Yeah, I understand it. I mean, I understand how big it is. I don't understand it. Hey, but more power to y'all. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I collect cards, just not Pokemon cards.
Glad that you're a collector in some sorts.
Yeah, my physical media collection. I just have a bunch of mini collections. Mini Rubik's Cube collection. But my main one is the movies. But yeah, that's the news of the week, Torn. Which means it's time to move on to our topic, which is Punisher: One Last Kill. I mean, I guess we'll do. I mean, it's only like what, a 45-minute special, but I guess we'll do some non-spoilers, and then we'll do spoilers. So yeah, Punisher Wonderland's Killtorn. What are your non-spoilery thoughts? Well, actually, before that, I will say, outside of, because we're going to do some mini reviews later for Mortal Kombat 2 and the drama. Outside of Mortal Kombat 2, we had a day of, or a week of, differing opinions.
Mm-hmm.
We're usually on the same page, but
yes.
But yeah, go on.
Punisher One Last Kill. I think it's okay. I think personally, in the direction it's going for, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with like some of the stuff that, you know, Disney Marvel is like doing. I know that they have this special to kind of like test the waters and like see what they're gonna do for like his own series or anything in the future with the Punisher. But personally, you know, I wish, you know, there's just some things that I wish that were done differently. I also just wish that like I felt like this wasn't satisfying as I thought it would be. The action is good and the action's good in it. Obviously, we love John Bernthal, but I felt like, you know, I mean, like honestly, I this is just me. Like when it comes to like presentations as well, like I think just like special presentations, like should at least be like an hour, like an hour, like with like no credits or anything like that. Like I think there should just be something that could leave some viewers off on a good note. I mean, then again, I've been seeing people love it, and that's great. You know, I've been seeing people give it 4 stars, 5 stars. I wouldn't go that far, to be honest. But however, I would still recommend it if they like the Punisher and they just want something like quick to watch that has like a lot of action and everything like that. However, there's one bad shot in this like special presentation, which is so funny. I mean, it doesn't like ruin the overall like, you know, my score of it, but I think it was just so funny to see this little wonky shot.
It's a bizarre shot.
It's insane.
Could have easily just cut it. And they're trying to say it's like an in-camera shot. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, and they only use CGI of like Bernthal's face. No,
nah, man,
just not like you ain't fooling nobody.
I don't know who saw that and was like, yep, good to go.
But also, yeah, like I know that this was written by Bernthal and someone else. And I know like obviously John Bernthal, he's like he loves the Punisher. He's very hands-on with how the character's portrayed in these projects. So that I'm glad that like, you know, he has an understanding and he wants to tell his vision. However, with this short, I wish there was just a lot more that could have been done. Especially like even like with the direction that the story was going. I'll get into it in the spoilers, but there's just some things that I wish we didn't see, and like I feel like because we saw like a whole bunch of this stuff, it kind of like, I wouldn't use the word like dilute, but it kind of just makes the character in this short film like redundant. But to like stop rambling about the non-spoilers, I gave Punisher One Last Kill like a 3 out of 5. So it's like, well, yeah, it's like a 6. Like I said, I would still recommend it to somebody who, you know, who like love the Netflix shows or is a fan of Punisher. But yeah, I wish I liked it more.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, didn't you give it like a 5?
No, I gave it a 4. I was fucking with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. However, I will say I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to someone who liked the Netflix show, as a lot of people have pointed out. It does just kind of cover the same ground.
That's what that's what I was like trying to get at. Is that like,
I will say that a lot of people haven't seen the Netflix show, like a lot of people, and I think the special does a good job of essentially encapsulating what the show did in a special. So it's like, if you haven't seen the Netflix show, it's like, this is who the character is now. This is like where he's at mentally, especially after Daredevil season 2, and then of course Born Again. I really enjoyed it. The action was really, really great in my opinion. The bizarre shot is something I can't defend.
That's horrible, bro.
John Bernthal's performance in this is really, really good. I like the psychological aspect they take with this character in this special. There's also a particular scene towards the end that I very, very much enjoyed. Probably my favorite part of the special. But yeah, I mean, it's just like a quick action-packed special. Like, yeah, I mean, I get, like, the story is like fine enough, I guess. But like, I don't know, I didn't really have much issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll get more into it in spoilers. So yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. You gave it a 6 out of 10, or a 3 out of 5 and a 4 out of 5. So let's get into spoilers.
Man, way to start off the fucking episode, bro. Way to start off that little section of the dog, bro.
Oh yeah,
that is so fucking. That was so sad.
Yeah, it was. I was like, Jesus Christ.
But then
did you see
that what? Oh, the behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Bernthal's just giving him the dog off camera.
Someone's like, why is Punisher letting him do that? Is he stupid? that was funny. But yeah, I'm glad that that guy fucking dies at the end. See, that was satisfying. That was good. Seeing the Punisher, like, also, like, what I like about this short is that, like a comic, it's different world building, or different aspects of the world building in, like, New York of the MCU, because, you know, this is happening like around Little Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, obviously you have like shit going on in Manhattan, and you have shit going on in Harlem. Like, see, that's what I like about it, and that's what I can appreciate from this story, is that how also the Punisher is helping out his community. That's an aspect of this that I like.
If I may, mm-hmm. that's part of the reason, because a lot of people are like, oh, where's Spider-Man? Like, oh, he's a fraud or whatever. I feel like sure, in like a comic, Spider-Man could show up, but I also feel like even in a comic, it's not really necessary, because, like, with the amount of heroes that are in New York,
exactly, especially
Spider-Man, like, then there's no need for a Punisher, like, or a lot of people. And then what stories could we tell at that point? People forget that, like, at least, like, maybe like 40%, I'm gonna say, even like probably like a little bit more of the superheroes live in New York. Like, just even from like a comic like standpoint, the X-Men, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Punisher, like, and other people, like, they live in New York. And like you said, like, it would take away from the fact that, like, Spider-Man showing up in this, like, special or whatever, but, like, we're gonna see that and know that dynamic in Brand New Day. I mean, obviously, One Last Kill is before Brand New Day, but after the events of Daredevil. So yeah, we're gonna see that regardless. People just want Spider-Man and everything, and while I do love Spider-Man, I feel like they just need to let the characters of the show or
anything else, tell their own story without someone being shoved into it. But man, can I just fucking say that those action sequences are fucking incredible? Besides that one goofy ass unrendered game shot, bro.
Looking like Joel from The Last of Us.
Yeah, without the golf club.
Jesus. But yeah, the action was superb in this.
I love seeing the Punisher kill scum. So good.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then it's like the one big guy in the freaking in the little bakery, and he gets stabbed up a lot. And then after that, you have that heartfelt moment with the store owners.
That was my favorite part. That was
great. That's great.
Not gonna lie, I teared up. No, I'm not gonna lie.
So sweet.
Something about these. I wrote in my Letterboxd review. Something about these like big, like macho men, fucking stone cold type characters like Punisher or Wolverine, just having this super soft spot for kids gets me every time. And so he's like, but it is like also kind of funny. He's like just slaughtering these guys.
He's like he's like fucking shooting them in the face and like stabbing them in the heart, and then like, oh, you gave me a gift.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a really sweet moment. Also, the guy who plays the father, I'm pretty sure that guy's in Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's good. Lots of people going from, a lot of synchronization with Marvel and DC. You're always going to find one or the other, or one or both in projects.
Also, he's friends with James Gunn.
As he should be. Ugh, God.
How'd you feel about Manucci?
Like, I wanted to see her get fucking cast, bro.
I agree.
That's the thing. That's the whole thing about this short that I wish that you could have done differently. Like, if you like your family has something to do with Frank's family getting killed, obviously he's gonna retaliate. Why not just kill the final head off the snake? But
he has the opportunity to, and I think the way I read it was like he let go. He was just like, there's more important things, like saving that family.
I can see that, but also it's just like, again, they're testing the waters with this series to see what they could what they can do, and like it's like kind of whatever to me. Like I think like they don't really need to really do that. I mean, if they're gonna make a show with the Punisher, they might as well just do it, right? I just don't think that, like, if it was gonna be done, it should have been done. To me, that's what I wanted to see. The killing.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't think that's the point.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know, like, Frank wanted to, he couldn't. However, that's what I wanted.
But he chose not to.
Yeah, I wanted to see that, and that's fine.
Like, we see earlier that he's like on the brink of is blowing his shit smooth off.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that.
And he sees his daughter or whatever. Does not give a shit about his son.
Oh yeah. See, also that's the thing too. Like with the whole special is that, like I wouldn't even like use the word like. I mean, like they're re-explaining things for people who haven't seen the Netflix show, and that's where that's why I said it was like kind of redundant. I don't think we needed to see that at all. Of like the whole family aspect. The military aspect is like whatever. I mean, there's like someone pointed out how like the Punisher gave himself a tattoo of the people that like killed his family because like they're always like with him. And I think that's a cool detail.
Well, I also saw some people mad about it, but I also feel like part of me, I think part of me just feels like it's a retcon.
Yeah, like
he had it the whole time.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I don't even remember dude being shirtless at all in the Punisher series. I don't remember that.
He's built in this, bro.
He is.
I was like, Jesus Christ,
that dude's like jacked, bro. I don't know what it is, but like in both Daredevil and the Punisher, like special, like they just have crazy shots of both Charlie Cox and John Bernthal with just like the best physiques. I'm like, holy shit. Hey, that's aura, bro. But yeah, like, I mean, going back to what I was talking about with his family, like I said, like, I know, like, again, it's a reintroduction to the character for the MCU, or at least in this continuity, but, like, I don't know. I think, like, the whole thing of, like, his family getting killed is something that we don't really need to touch upon, because...
Disagree.
No, I don't. I personally don't think so.
Disagree.
Because we understand that his family gets killed, and that's why
I don't think a lot of people know that.
Well, I mean, that's on them. But, like, as a person who has, like, watched the series and, like, knows a little bit about his backstory, I mean, I personally think they could have went into a different direction. I know that you like the psychological aspect of it, which was, like, a nice touch, but however, I think it could have been done differently. I think that the whole point of his family dying is also, like, just, you know, while, you know, I understand it, but, like, we didn't need to see it, because that's literally just his motivation is that...
Sure, but I think we did need to see it in order to reinforce his decision not to follow through with that main motivation later on.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm moving something real quick. There we go. But no, I mean, like, well, because, like, I lost my train of thought. Dear God.
I've won this round.
No, dude. I'll let you have it for now until I think of something.
All right, there is a reason I gave this a 4 and not a 5. There's a few reasons. One, yeah, it's especially, it could have been longer. 2, unforgivable shot of that weird ass.
That is crazy,
insane. And 3, how do I go about this? The shot of him kneeling on the dude's neck.
Oh yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Odd choice, man. I was like, I don't know. What are we saying here?
On one hand, he's like, you know, he's a scumbag. On the other hand, it's like, damn.
Yeah, on the one hand, he's a scumbag and it's implied he's a pedophile. But on the other hand, we didn't need the kneeling on the neck. We didn't need it. I don't know. Like, is it like you're thinking too deep about it, or is it because the shot they wanted was for it to be a faceless shot, but like, and I don't know. He could have just blasted him, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt it was a weird decision.
One thing that I don't know if you noticed it, but in the final scene, you know, where that faux Nazi looking guy was gonna like use the bat to like hit those civilians.
Oh yeah.
You see like, you literally see everyone in the shot, and then once the Punisher like hits them or does this thing, they're all gone in the background. Which is funny.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, so basically how the scene starts is that there's a bunch of people in that little like walkway, you know, they're doing shit, and then obviously it's like you see the couple, then it's like a dolly forward shot, the guy comes in, he's about to hit him with the bat, Punisher stops him, but obviously there's people in that shot, and then once the Punisher comes in, like, no one's in the background, like no one's there.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, as you should.
Which I do plan on doing.
If I do rewatch it, I'm probably going to give it a lower score.
Bro. It is kind of crazy how Bernthal's Punisher is responsible for like a couple of my like favorite scenes in Daredevil. Like, obviously you have the rooftop scene in season 2, but then Born Again season 1.
Oh yeah.
Bro. I love that scene.
Say his name.
He's like, come on, man, say his name.
Let me tell you something, Red.
Let me tell you something. Just gotta keep eating and eating and eating. And it's like, and I love that scene because it's like he's actually like giving him some good advice. Like he can't like you accepting Foggy's death. But then he's like, I hear my son. I hear my son every day in my head. He's telling me, get him, Dad. Get every last one of them. Get him. It's like, oh, right, he's psychotic.
Dude has PTSD forever.
And, hey, you know, the Punisher special, it gave us another one. No.
That one clip of him just like screaming with like both military men next to him, so funny. One of my favorite scenes of the Punisher is when he's walking in the hospital like he's the Terminator.
Yeah. 1 batch, 2 batch, penny and dime. I was like, yippee! He said the thing. Yeah, I guess we just disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm right.
Nah.
I am, though.
Probably gonna drop it to a 1 now.
I mean, you could do that and I'll still be right.
Nah.
But I guess we move. I mean, it's a special presentation. Well, they gotta do more of these, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, like, special presentations would like save so many movies. Like, I'm telling you, man, they could have done one with Thor, and that would have made Love and Thunder even more better. That's just me. However, I do like Love and Thunder. I do like Love and Thunder as it is because I rewatched it.
It's your favorite movie?
No.
You said it's the best Thor movie.
No.
Those are your words, man.
Never said that.
You did.
Yeah, you're making shit up.
No, remember when you thought you gave Born Again season 1 a 6, but you gave it an 8?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Go back to our Love and Thunder review. You gave that shit an 8.5. You did.
No, I did not.
You did. You have no way of proving it.
Did we even do a fucking...
We did.
Love and Thunder review? No, I gave that shit a fucking 2 the first time. Yes, I fucking did.
Not in the episode.
No.
I'm telling you, bro.
No. If I go back, I'm gonna go back to that episode, and what I'm going to do is like,
oh my god,
what is
fucking trying
happening?
to. Oh my god, why is this bugging, bro? Sorry. I'm trying to tap on stuff on my phone, and it's just not doing what I wanted to do.
Crazy, but no.
But you're gonna go back to the episode, and you're gonna see that you gave it an 8.5.
No, I did not give it an 8.5.
Hey, bro. Whatever you say.
God, we did the fucking Miss Marvel finale. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we were doing episodes on anything. But also, you know, it was all we had.
That is true.
We did a review on The Batman, the best Batman movie. You think, is that true? You stand by that?
Yeah.
Where's the Love and Thunder review? Torn, where is it? I can't find it.
I have it.
Where is it?
Here, I'm sending it to you right now.
Is the Dark Knight trilogy overrated? Oh, okay. Yeah, you gave it an 8.5. Episode 39. Have we done too many of these? Nah, not enough. Torn, what'd you watch this week? And by what'd you watch this week? I mean, what did we watch this week? What do you want to start with?
Well, I'll start off with I watched the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Ooh.
It was all right. Good action, good cast, nice visuals. I like knowing cool things about World War II that I haven't already. I found it fun, but like nothing like that screams, "Oh my god, I have to watch this again." But it's not my favorite Guy Ritchie film. It is not.
Yeah, it's that movie was just boring as hell to me, unfortunately. Like, they have that great cast, and then they barely do anything with them.
I understand. But that's it's pretty much it, besides from on my end. But we also watched...
I mean, well, I may as well just say that I did watch the Mall Shadow Lord. It was good.
You were like, nah, this shit's
It was certainly a slow start. I was just like, oh, yeah, that's fine, I guess. It definitely picks up towards the end. But a lot of it kind of feels like setup. So maybe if we get a season 2 of Mall Shadow Lord, it'll be better. But yeah, it kind of just felt like a bunch of setup.
Mm.
All right, Drama and Mortal Kombat or the drama?
The Dreamer.
All right. Just do spoilers.
I agree.
It's just spoilers.
See, like, initially, whenever I went into this film, obviously, I was seeing a bunch of promo for it, and it's like, it was this very, like, awkward. Like, first off, the promo that I saw at first was like, the photography scene, and like, it was like the close zoom in of Robert Pattinson, like very like just, very awkward and terrified. Yeah. And then Zendaya's just like, she's just there having to, feel on his energy. And then I saw another promo where it's like, it was that same part, but then like it cut to like a bunch of stuff happening, during the wedding and stuff like that. So then I was like, man, like I really want to know what happened. Like,
yeah, we heard there was some kind of big twist.
Yeah,
didn't know. I try to avoid as much as possible because when there's a twist, you don't want to be spoiled. But then I got spoiled. Yeah, I saw a picture of Zendaya with a rifle. I was like, fuck.
Crazy. It's because you be doom scrolling on Twitter, bro. But yeah, bro, the fucking twist is crazy. I love how, love how it's set up though in the beginning. She's like deaf. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, damn, like that's some good representation. And then we found out why. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be represented with this.
Yeah. So on the flip side of Punisher One Last Kill, you liked this. I did.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I mean, like, I think just from a writing standpoint, it is. I mean, like, while some people may see it as like simple, I think it's just more so. Like, I mean, the message is like layered with how people are perceived through every day, and how like we have characteristics and even like mental illnesses that are like just trapped in ourselves, and they can be showcased through different circumstances and stressful situations and stuff like that, which that's what I liked about the story. However, I can't I understand where Zendaya's character is coming from. I mean, like we've seen this throughout media, where the outcast and the person that's getting bullied is like feeling resentment for everybody, and they want to go, do a school shooting and stuff like that. But then on the side of Robert Pattinson's character, it's like he has like definitely has like OCD for sure, and he will fixate on things that he can't, that he wants to solve, and he wants a solution for it. But overall, like when it comes to their whole dynamic, I think Robert Pattinson and Zendaya both like crush the roles. I think both of them display a great amount of range and a great amount of chemistry to keep the narrative on a great level. There's also one part that I liked where Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, they're walking on a street and they're like, is that our DJ? Is she doing like she's doing heroin? She's doing there's a lot of comedy in this script, and that's what I really love about it too, because it makes you feel immersed in this world, which is definitely also New York City. It's very lively and everything else.
Your favorite place on earth?
It is one of my favorite places on earth. Yes, I do want to go back.
Crazy.
I chose, it's either I went back to New York this year actually, or go to Japan, and we know which one I chose.
New Zealand.
No, it's Australia.
Yeah, I did not love this. I gave it a 3. but I was very close to giving it a 2.5.
You don't like it's because Robert Pattinson didn't do a little voice, did he?
I mean, that's certainly part of it.
Is it because
in a way, his regular
voice
is his own silly little voice?
I agree. Is it also because you didn't like seeing Zendaya being portrayed as a school shooter?
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
If you don't mind, I'm going to read my Letterboxd review.
Yeah, okay.
I said, I'm giving this a generous 3 stars. I haven't been this torn on a movie in a while. The inherent concept isn't
what do you
horrible.
Say fuck me for?
What?
What do you say fuck me for? Why'd you mention my name?
I didn't mention your name.
You said torn.
There's a difference. Torn? That's 1 syllable versus 2 syllables. I've been this torn on a movie.
I was making a joke.
I know you were.
Go for it.
I've been this torn on a movie in a while. The inherent concept isn't horrible, but I think the execution leaves something to be desired. The fact that Zendaya is the one that's supposed to be the school shooter is an odd choice, in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure what message the movie wants me to take away with this. There's a montage in the middle of the film that tries to show that anyone can be a shooter, but in doing so, only shows women and people of color. I think this movie would have landed a lot better if Pattinson was the one playing the shooter instead of Zendaya. There were elements of this that I loved. The actual concept of not knowing if you can reconcile with your partner's possible horrific past is an interesting premise, and there's a lot of very funny moments in the film, and I was generally entertained throughout, and it kept me on edge, but the film left me pretty hollow by the end. Just didn't fully work for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, buddy, boo. You would never get a partner. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
That was fucked up.
Oh my God.
Just know that Peyton gets lots of women.
That's not true.
Every time, bro, I swear, every time we go out, you be flirting with the huzz, bro.
That is the opposite of accurate.
That is, dude, you did it when we watched, like, the drama, bro, afterwards.
What are you saying?
Bro, stop fucking lying to these people, bro. But I see where you're coming from in your review. I see where you're coming from. That you weren't unsure what to take from it. However, like I said, I think, like, having that idea of, like, you know, like I said, like, we never know our, you know, true selves or their people that we love, their intentions or anything like that. And like we see that, like I said, like the true selves come out, or like they're being reflected on, and that's what we see, like, in the writing. You know, obviously there's an awkward scene between Robert Pattinson and his, like, coworker. His name is, like, Misha, and they're going, like, they have like a little back and forth, and, like, Robert Pattinson's basically asking her the hypothetical, which is in the case a real thing, like, yeah, like, what would you do if, like, or I don't know, like, yeah, what would you do if your partner was a school shooter? And there's a little dilemma there, but Misha explains, after being asked by Robert Pattinson, like, what was the worst thing you've ever done? And she was like, oh yeah, I've cheated. And then Robert Pattinson, with the stress of it all, he's like, I'm about to fuck this coworker, like, just all willy-nilly. And then he's like, oh, he just, like, gives out. But then it's also, like I said, it's the writing of, like, yeah, she was cheating and she was gonna do it again with, like, no hesitation whatsoever. It was crazy. And then, like, you know, there's other stuff like that and throughout the film. But yeah, like I said,
that was a good scene.
It.
I like that scene.
It was a good scene, yeah. Crazy work from Robert Pattinson, but also it's like with the film, like, there's also this it kind of, like, wants the characters to, like, reconcile with each other in a way, because it's like restarting. We see it twice throughout the film. We see that there's a part where, like, Zendaya is trying to just, like, make him get over it by, like, reintroducing herself. Obviously that doesn't work the first time, but then the second time they tries to get it again, because at that point it's like, I feel like the film is trying to say, like, or at least one can interpret that, you know, this is just how they are. They're going to be destined, like, with each other. I mean, because personally, like, I don't, in my mind, I don't see Robert Pattinson, but his character not leaving Zendaya's character, if that makes sense. just because of how it's set up in the end. But yeah, but I don't want to go on about it too long. I liked it. Peyton didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it could have been executed better.
That's fair. I think it was executed pretty fine.
I felt like they chose Zendaya to make the pill go down easier, but it didn't ring true to me.
Anything? Oh yeah, and then like I see what you're saying. How like if they made Robert Pattinson the school shooter, it would have had like it would have added a layer of like, oh yeah, he's a white man, but like it would have been ironic because he's like British.
Yeah, they use knives.
But I'm gonna pull out a goddamn long sword, bro. But yeah, but what's good about the drama is that we saw it for cheap, and we had gotten a popcorn and a drink for it.
What the fuck is this, an ad?
No, it's not an ad. I'm just saying, like, I like the fact.
Did you get sponsored?
No.
The fuck? No. Where's my cut, man?
Yo, come on, bro. Wait, cut. Speaking of cuts.
Oh my god.
You thought I was gonna go into it, huh? But no, I mean, like, it's always a good time with
Now it's at Tico's Theaters final cut.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh because it does sound like I'm being here with an ad. I swear, I'm just saying that like we caught it at a very good time because you're telling me like, man, like I really want to watch it for the final cut like feature, and like I sent this to you on Instagram and you're like, yeah, like, so we ended up watching it very shortly.
I wanted to like it more, man.
Yeah, and that's fine. And that's fine.
I wanted to like it more.
Man, maybe one day whenever I give you the 4K,
yeah, that ain't happening.
Oh,
this is not getting bought.
Well, who says you're going to buy it?
I will not accept your gift.
Why? What the hell?
I will sell it on eBay.
No, don't you fucking dare.
And I'll autograph it. Forge Robert Pattinson's signature.
That's crazy. But you want to talk about the main star of the show here?
Is Mortal Kombat the main star of the show?
It is, yes. It's better than Punisher.
That's not, no.
No, it's not. But you should start off with Mortal Kombat 2 since you're a bigger fan than I am.
Of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I haven't even played MK9, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I didn't have it at the time, and the backwards compatibility, you just can't find a fucking copy.
Yeah, unfortunately. I might have one somewhere in this house.
Oh.
If I do, I'll let you know. But yeah, you should start us off with Mortal Kombat.
Dog shit.
Oh god damn, okay.
No, I don't know, man. It was something.
It's a movie.
Like after the first one, which I actually enjoyed for what it was. I think as a film, right? I think this is marginally better than the last one. But I think I found myself enjoying this one less because I liked the first one, but I was like, obviously there's room to improve. And, there wasn't an actual Mortal Kombat in there, and stuff like that. And I was hoping for a lot more. Like they learned from their mistakes and we'd be given a much better film, but that didn't happen. And I think that left a sour taste in my mouth that the first one didn't. But I'm trying to be unbiased here, so I gave it a higher score than the first one because objectively I think it is technically the better film. But yeah, I said in my review that they did an actual Mortal Kombat in this one, which was the complaint from the first one, but there somehow wasn't enough action for me. In the first one of the biggest complaints was that it didn't feel enough like the game, or it wasn't enough like the game. I mean, you had the inclusion of Cole Young, who is not a character from the Mortal Kombat series, and you sort of had I guess the idea was seeing the Mortal Kombat universe through his eyes rather than just jumping into Mortal Kombat. And they seem to take that criticism to heart, but maybe it was a little too far in some places. Like it really felt like if you've played any of the Mortal Kombat games, the story mode, this really felt like that. They'd have a little talk back and forth, and then they get into the fight, and then they fight, and then whoever wins, one of them gives a little like one-liner, and then if they don't do some kind of fatality or whatever, they stand there wobbling around until they fall down. And it's like, okay, it seems like it's a bit much. I think Karl Urban is a fantastic Johnny Cage. I don't really care what anyone says. I think he's a great choice for that character. A lot of people wanted like Glenn Powell or stuff, but the whole thing is he's supposed to be a washed up action star from the 90s, and I think that really works with Karl Urban. And I think for the people that don't think Karl Urban works as his character, I think have like only seen him in The Boys and can't seem to break away from that. But as someone who's seen a lot of his other work, yeah, I mean, he's a great choice for this character. But yeah, I don't think he had enough to do the movie. A lot of that was marketed kind of off the back of him. And he's like one of the main characters, but really the main character is Katana. And I actually enjoyed her arc, but because they seemed to be like split protagonists, I felt like both of them weren't given enough to do, really. And a lot of the cast really wasn't really given enough to do. So yeah, I wanted more from this. I expected it to be a big step up from the first film, but it just wasn't. But I also said in my review, I say all this, I gave it a 2.5, but I'd still take 5 more of these. So this is like my Fast and the Furious. Like, these are dog shit, but I'll fucking watch them. Yeah,
I agree with everything you just said. I think for me, this feels like how the first it feels like a first movie more than anything.
Which is funny because when we saw the first one, I'm pretty sure we said like, oh, this feels like part 1 to a trilogy, and then we get this one and it's like, this feels like a part 1.
Yeah, exactly. Because like how I, you know, like I said, like you were saying, how when they introduce, like, you know, the original character, this whole player 1 aspect is like, was a very like weird thing for them to do. And then like they wrote him to be a descendant of Scorpion, and then all of a sudden he has like this Mortal Kombat nanotech armor. It's like, you know, that's similar to Black Panther, and it's like, okay, like, whatever. But like, you know, the main villain of this was like the first one was Shang Tsung, and I feel like they should have just started off with Shao Kahn as a villain. But to me, in this film, it's like they have Shao Kahn, he goes to Edenia, and then he kills King Jared, and then he's a ruler of Edenia for like, you know, 20 something years. And then like, but I feel like in this film overall, he doesn't feel that intimidating, because I feel like if he was in the first one a lot more, there could have been like just a bigger presence like for this film. And then I also feel like they should have just started off with Johnny in the first place. I at first I wasn't a fan of Karl Urban as Johnny Cage, but then knowing what they were going for, I think it works. He definitely has like the charm. He definitely has, you know, like the charisma and everything like that. So I think it works. But then also the premise, or at least the way they get their abilities in the first Mortal Kombat, is like that's how Johnny gets his powers in the games. So then like they also reintroduce that aspect in the second one, which is a choice.
Johnny just gets powers randomly. He was like, you want to know my power? And then I was like, what?
Johnny fucking Cage. And then it's just like, okay.
But like, what?
Because like the whole thing of like how the first one was like setting up their abilities, was like, oh, like, yeah, you have to be you have to be your true self, and like, or like, if for them it was like they got their abilities through like some sort of like rage or some shit. It was kind of weird. So I
yeah,
guess
but the
like
way it was executed, it seemed it looked like he had it like the whole time.
Yeah, I guess I guess like in a sense they wrote around it to where it's like, oh, if he accepted himself as Johnny Cage, he got his powers or whatever. But like I see how that it's just like, okay, like motherfucker could have done this the whole time. Fraud Cage. One of the things that I also wish they had done differently was, like I said, like I think there should have been, like I said, yeah, more action would have been great. I wish Raiden had more of a role in this as well. I also thought they were
Professor X.
Yeah. Fucking Mortal Kombat, Days of Future Past. But also, I thought they were gonna immediately go to the Mortal Kombat 1 route, where like, because like Raiden's incapacitated and like Liu Kang was just gonna like, I
thought that too.
That they were going to fuse together, because like one thing also that they do in this film, they don't shy away from the kills. Like they kill off some pretty big people.
Yeah, but they're never really dead, are they?
Well, I know they're not, but then that's why I was like, well, even though some of these characters die, it feels so low stakes that like that immediately went my mind to where, oh yeah, well, like they're just gonna go to the Mortal Kombat 1 round, just reset everything. But the one thing I do feel bad for, and the only fight that kind of like left me with some level of like uneasiness, was like definitely like Louis Tan's character Cole Young, because I mean it's just one of the things where I just felt like Louis Tan is just like, I wouldn't use
He's been
the word
shafted so many times.
Yeah, he's shafted. I would say that. Yeah, like it sucks because like Louis Tan, he's a great actor and he's also a great martial artist. So like I also saw like on social media that like his character only has like a short amount of time, and I'm like, yeah, I know this motherfucker's dead. Even though like he's not even seen in the trailer all that much either. So I was like, yeah, he's gonna fucking die. But the way he dies, bro, it's so by the numbers and cartoonish. Cause it's just like, yeah, defeat, like, yeah, this is for like he like does like some like cheesy like dialogue.
This is for my family.
And then like he fucking supposedly kills him, and he's like, huh? What? And then he just fucking dies. And it's just like, and a part of me was also like, they're gonna like not acknowledge him, but then but Jax does, and he's like, wait, where's Cole? And they're like, damn.
Well, time to move on.
Yeah. like anyways, I love new Cybot in this. Pretty cool.
So cool. Yeah, that was executed pretty well. I was happy with that.
I also love seeing Scorpion in the whole NetherRealm fight. That was really, really cool. Kano was a highlight for me in this one as well. His dialogue was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. Like, I fucking hate Kano in the games.
Oh yeah,
I think he's annoying as fuck. But yeah, in both of these movies, he's one of the best parts.
Yeah, I agree. Not a fan of Jax's arms. They look too realistic, and I don't like that.
I need them to go ding ding more when he hits things.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I mean, I wish they had done this movie better. However, like you said, even though the movies are not that great, I would take a lot more of these just to see what they could do.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it doing well?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
But I mean, even like the first one didn't really do well. It didn't do well. That was critically. COVID. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't do well critically. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they ever do make another one, like I'll go see. Like I said, I'll go see it.
It's currently at 100,000 or 100 million worldwide.
On what budget?
That's what I'm about to find out. Mortal Kombat 2 beats the original's total box office in less than 2 weeks. Okay, but it was COVID. $80 million That's actually, wow, that's cheap. Wow, that is way cheaper than I thought it was. That is way
Crazy.
cheaper than I thought it was. So it's got to make at least 160 million to break even. It might get there. It only took 5 years to get the second one.
That's true. Just as long as they did with the game. But yeah, nothing else to say about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. What'd you give it?
A 2.
I gave it a 2.5. I think I gave the first one a 2.
I didn't have Letterboxd at that time, but I would give the first one like a 1.5.
Well, I guess is that the show?
That is the show.
All right, well, thank you everyone for listening to Adventures Podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds. All one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at @itzenith_ on Twitter, youtube.com/itszenith, or Zenith on Letterboxd. Where can they reach you?
At Torrent Guy on Instagram and at Torrentino on Letterboxd.
Follow us on Letterboxd or else. We also have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Adventures Podcast. We'll see you next week with The Boys finale.
Later.